Okay, gadgets. Let's see about. You know, we haven't even used this yet, and I can't get it. Mind, that's for stealth. I don't think we're doing anything with stealth. Taser webs. I still have not used these. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure they're people will just like hit someone with it and then just start throwing them. Then everyone gets electrocuted. Pretty sure they're good. I just don't use them. Do I want to wear a different suit? You know what? In the grand scheme of things, of how the story goes, I think I'm going to have the advanced suit on. Just because, even though I really want to use this. Or, nah. This looks really cool. But if it's saying this is the last chance for me to upgrade stuff, that probably means I won't be able to change the suit. And I kind of want to see the facial features because I kind of missed out a lot of them when I put this one on, so let's see how this goes. It's also kind of impactful with the last fight with Otto, and it would be with the suit he helped create. I think it's fitting. So the way that I see it, whenever I said this is the last chance, that means Otto's in here. Oh man, I am damaged.
We did the impossible, Doc.
First time I see him unmasked, though.
But now I have to destroy it. With a little creation of my own.
Ooh, is that a suit? Right there? Oh, this is giving me nostalgia of part 1 of Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire when he, whenever he's creating a suit, like doing the details and stuff about it. What is this? This is a bulletproof. Oh, I see. It's with the prosthetics we did. Actual arms and stuff. Oh boy, that looks amazing. That's awesome. That's really cool. Huh, phone ringing. So does this mean I have like more reach and stuff? I guess the thing about beating him with the help, with the suit he helped create, plan didn't really work out.
And once again, we have live footage of Mayor Osborn being held captive on the roof of Oscorp Tower.
Why on Oscorp?
You want me to beg? Not gonna happen.
He could drop you right now.
The world will know the truth before they mop you off the pavement.
Yeah, that's what I said. Alright, you should be thankful he's squeezing you and not, you know, loosening the grip.
What you did.
I never.
Everything you have is built on lies.
I'm live streaming this right now. Dude. This reminds me of Spider-Man 2 with Harry.
My company, my ideas. Now, the truth.
Truth. Okay. The truth is, you were only ever worth a damn when you worked for me. The truth is,
You might want to watch your
never
words.
accept that I'm better than you. You're a failure, Otto, and you always will be.
You don't want to say failure around him. It looks like live streaming for the quote true didn't really do much. I'm coming after you, Otto. He smiled at the sight of me. Said disgusted.
Give me the anti-serum. Otto, you've worked your whole life to help people. Please.
You're fighting the wrong man. But have it your way.
Climactic final battle. Oh god.
We don't have much time. Please.
Resupply, what does that do?
Turn over the anti-serum when Osborn pays for his crime!
What does this do? What does that do? I don't know what it does. If I had to guess, it would make my web shooters come back up. Oh, it's got me like a bit of regeneration with it.
Just give me the anti-serum. You've
Ow.
already done enough to ruin Osborn.
No! He always bounces back! He has to lose everything!
Does he though? Oh god, he's got electricity.
I see you have a new suit!
Yes.
I know your weaknesses.
I have no weaknesses!
Oh yeah? Sure about that? Let's see what this finisher looks like. Oh, never mind.
Enough playing!
What's he doing?
Gotta move.
Oh god. Oh god, I can't see. I can't see. Okay, I can't see. Okay, come on. Nice.
People are dying. They need the anti-serum now.
I will cure the city after I bring down Osborn!
Now I wanted to do a finisher, but I gotta fight him some more. Let me suit power already. I think I'm already using it. Oh god.
Let me save the city. Then we can do whatever you want.
I already know what I want! Now get out of my way before I really hurt you!
Finisher. Let's see what this looks like. Hit. Come on. Just web him up, web him up. Oh god. Web him up, web him up.
How much is Osborn paying you to protect him?
I'm not protecting him.
Should have had that since it was the finish.
And I promise Osborn will face charges.
Liar! Just like Osborn! Nothing but lies!
Ow. Ow. I shouldn't have done that.
What happened to the man who wanted to help people?
The weakling! The loser! He's gone!
Come on. Oh, come on. I'm dodging.
Doctor, you're not thinking clearly.
On
So,
Enough of this!
you gonna do that again? There we go. What? Still connected? Somehow? Oh, did he just break my webs? Might. Yep, he did. Just like in Amazing Spider-Man 1. With Blizzard. Oh, ow.
Such a disappointment. Parker.
Oh. How did you do?
You knew? I tried to warn you, Peter, but you didn't listen. You knew. I won't let you win. This means too much to me. Not more than it means to me.
That's desperation, Spider-Man. And I have a broken web shooter. I couldn't stop the thing from falling, my bad. Property damages are not my fault. This is where we end this. Where we end things, Otto.
Can't you see all the people you're hurting? You'll never understand. You haven't suffered like I have. You should be on my side.
I was on your side. Oh, see? What I said about me quipping and being like Spider-Man? Man, I love the music right now. No! He grabbed me. Somehow. Alright, I'm mad. I'm mad, Otto. I'm mad. Go on. It's the same pattern all over and over. You could do better.
Please, think of the man you were. That man is gone. You can't save me, Peter. Then I guess you'll have to save yourself. You were my hero. You meant so much to me.
Why do you think I wait for you instead of Oscorp?
Making me do this. We were going to change the world.
Oh, pattern changed. Oh, no. I pressed circle, but nothing happened.
You look tired, Parker. Not tired.
Just hurt. Nope. See what I meant? Where have I seen this before?
Otto!
Oh, ow! Ow! Stop it, Otto!
If you want to change the world, you have to be the kind of man who can make the hardest decisions.
I couldn't agree more.
Wow. He really did that. Nice maneuver, Parker. Okay, we gotta save him. Yeah, that too. Go on. Sorry to do this, Otto.
Peter, I saw you as a son.
Don't do this to me.
I should have known you'd turn on me, just like all the others.
Turn. I've worshipped you. Your mind, your conscience, wanting to help others. The way you never gave up.
That's because men like us have a duty, a responsibility, to use our talents in the service of others. Even if they don't appreciate it, we have to do what's best for those beneath us, whether they understand it or not.
No, you're wrong. You are everything I wanted to be. You just threw it away.
Yes, of course. You're right, Peter.
You're not tricking me.
Oh, I see that now. The neural interface affected my mind. But I can fix it. We can fix it. Together.
I'm not trusting
If
how you're
you'll
saying.
help me, do everything I can. I'll make sure you get the best help.
No! If they put me away, they'll take my arms. I'll be trapped in this useless body.
Your arms were pretty messed up anyway.
Please, Peter. That wasn't me. You said you'd never abandon me. You promised. Remember?
The auto's still in there though?
And of course, you rest easy, knowing your secret is safe with me.
You do what you think is best, Doc. It's all any of us can.
Peter?
Even when it hurts like hell.
Peter, where are you going? Peter? Peter!
Sorry, Otto. You need help. Dang, this really was a webcam moment. I'm so upset I can't hook one up for this. Or I can, but it'd probably be too much of a mess. Is it working?
It's still viable. We'll need the entire sample as a base to produce more doses.
How long will that take?
A few hours. Maybe a day.
It's pretty
What if
long.
we use it to cure someone right now?
Then there won't be enough to cure the others.
Oh, that's a hard decision.
I'll give you a few minutes.
You're gonna be okay, ma'am. I've got the cure right here.
Take off your mask.
Uh,
I want to see my nephew.
no. How many people know this?
You knew?
I've known for a while.
I never wanted you to worry.
I did.
So,
And I am so proud of you. And Ben will be too. All the people you've saved.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, you do.
no, Peter. That's not what it is. You know it. I know it's hard, but remember we just said like 3 minutes ago. You gotta do the right thing, even if it hurts like hell. Peter, there's still hope. I mean, it's very unlikely, but she probably has the strength to pull through. I can still the no. Oh no! 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 Not her! No! Stop being defeated and yelling Peter didn't make me shed a tear, but this sure did. No. Mate. But everyone's getting cured. I know he's been the Ben grave is somewhere on the map. I just haven't figured out where it was. That's why I never visited it before anyone asks. Damn. And I'm so sad. Was that Ock? I don't know about the raft. I mean, yeah, his mind is dangerous, but you know his body isn't. So he can't do much. Oh, he's mad. Don't look at me like this. You brought this on yourself. You didn't listen to me. I warned you about your interface. Is the grieving over?
Hi, Mary Jane Watson, associate editor.
Congrats.
Thank you.
I knew you
Promotion.
could do it.
What about you? Find a job yet?
Oh, no, but
I'll be right with you, honey. Thank you.
I was actually considering maybe a career change.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think I might want to become a chef.
I'm sorry, no, it's... You're a scientist. A good one.
Yeah, the last project I worked on, I created a monster octopus that almost destroyed the city, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, you do make a hell of a chicken curry.
I do. Still working on my dumplings, though.
Going camping?
Oh, my new place isn't gonna be ready for about a week, so I'm gonna be crashing with Miles for the next few nights.
Oh. You know, you can always stay at my place. Only if you want to.
That was
No,
very suggestive
I
of
mean-
you doing that on
yes,
the
I mean,
table.
No, I don't. I not want to, but meaning I do want to, but only if you do.
I never stopped wanting to.
Me neither.
Oh. I was wondering if this story was gonna keep them friends or not. Oh, credits. Ooh. Ooh, I like this art style. Or like the way they're handling this, like the red and blue. Transparency. So I guess this is the end of the game, or at least story-wise, not all the side missions and stuff. None of that's finished yet. I mean, whenever I started recording, which this has been about 3 episodes, just like today, of me recording, and it said 70% whenever I started, so if I went back, it'd probably say about 83, if I had to guess. Man, no, that's an ending. And to think I ended the last episode off before I went to it. There better be a good thumbnail. No, that's the least of my worries. I guess this would be the moment of critique. This game's awesome, that's it. More detail. Gameplay, it has its ups and downs. A lot of ups, some downs, like the game messing up. Oh, I haven't seen Martin Lee like that. Downs, like sometimes it'll over exaggerate something, like make you web zip in the wrong direction, or make you dodge like too early, or in the wrong direction. Like you dodge from one person, but you go right into another person attacking you. But I don't think that could really be helped. I think it's just that it gets frustrating or irritating whenever that happens over and over. But like, it might be something that you can't really help, so it's gonna happen. Now, gameplay wise, with the good, it's very fluid. The combat system, like I said before, whenever I started playing, it's very fluid. It feels nice. It kind of gives you the thought that it is easy, because it's kind of like Arkham Knight, like the Batman games. But as you get used to it, it's really easy. But then like the game notices that and it's like, oh, you're starting to get used to it? Well, let me throw you a curveball. Now you have to fight like 5 thugs at the same time. But then, like, all you have to do is web one up and throw them around, so... I think the story is... I don't know what the right adjective would be, but let's say this, it kept me wondering, theorizing, thinking through the whole story without really getting it on the first try. Like, trying to think of what would happen, trying to like guess, because some games have the bad part of the story where you can kind of just instantly tell what's gonna happen because they hint at it too much, but this game kind of like hints at it, but not too much, so you can't really tell until like it comes up, and then you're like, oh, hey. Just want to see what happens after this goes out before I keep critiquing.
I'm not an expert or anything, but I'll get in the way that you ask her.
I'm getting too nervous.
Oh, he has a crush.
So where do you want this?
Right over here's fine.
I guess we get to see his powers.
Hey, so Pete?
Yeah.
Oh.
I, kinda gotta talk to you about something I can't tell my mom about.
What's up?
I got her pregnant.
Well, weird things have been going on.
I know how Miles is.
Oh.
Oh. Isn't that what you think, Peter?
Well, you know, you're at that age where your body starts to change.
Not
and so you may be noticing some areas,
No.
for example.
Not that.
That's why I like Miles so much.
I think it's better that I just I show you.
Okay, I don't like you saying that. Oh. We knew.
Weird, right?
Yep.
Not that weird.
Oh, that's nice. But yeah, that's why I kind of whenever Miles in the story, at least I think, depending on the story, I don't know if the original comics Peter was still alive when Miles got it, but usually if Peter and Miles are coexisting and Miles gets his power while Peter is still out, he always goes to Peter first, and he never knows that Peter's Spider-Man. So, they critiquing. Like, whenever it shows Otto, you could tell, oh, it looks like Peter is finally, you know, cooperating with Otto and helping them on a very ambitious and a very selfless project about, like, prosthetics for, like, wounded soldiers and all that. But as Peter starts, like, you know, neglecting him, and you get to see the hints showing that he's starting to be a bit more angry with the science, he's starting to get more mad, and he's kind of getting more sadistic and more threatening. It was kind of at the moment where I saw the goggles and I saw the insulating suit that I realized that Dr. Octopus was going to have. And what I liked was that I knew he was gonna happen, but you didn't know which, like, kind of version, and that was like the most classic version of Doc Ock you could get. Like, you know, because Doc Ock usually has those welder goggles. I mean, he usually has them all the time, but like with that green suit, kind of, you know, the very classic version is kind of the, I wouldn't want to say most threatening, but he seems to be like the best version. Villain-wise, like he's more successful compared to other versions. Like if you compare Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire, Dr. Octopus, which I loved that they used that actor. I think he really nailed the part. But it was like kind of like, you know, the cloak and like all the ragged clothes and stuff like that. He didn't have like the welder like look or costume. The only time he used the goggles was during the fusion experiment that he refused to turn off and that killed his wife. But Yeah, see, like, it all starts with the subtle hints, like how he's mad at Norman, how he reveals that he used to work with Norman and stuff like that, and I didn't even guess how Martin got his powers. I thought it was just one of those, like, mutant things, like you're born with it, or like some freak accident, but I didn't know the freak accident was Osborn and Otto's fault, but it kind of hints it, because Martin Lee was, you know, mad at Norman, because he blames him for his parents' death, and then he kind of, like, blamed himself for it. He knows he's to blame, because, well, he was physically responsible for killing them, but he wouldn't have done that if Norman didn't do it. But a question I want answered is, why did he cooperate with Otto? Like, Otto was talking to, like, Osborn, like, what have you done and all that after he killed his parents. So either Lee, at least the answers I'm thinking of, Lee either did not know it was Otto, like Otto was there, or Otto is like, I want to get rid of Osborn, same as you. I know what we did was right. He, like, tried persuading him or whatever. And I did like how it kind of had this theme of Sinister Six, and then it wasn't really like, oh, the other four, yeah, they're not really that big of a problem. Martin Lee and not Osborn, and Otto. Those are the ones you gotta pay attention to. Like, the other four, they were pretty, you know, pretty powerful, but like finding them like 2-on-1 wasn't that hard per se. I mean, it had its difficulties, like whenever I was fighting Vulture instead of Electro, when I should have focused on Electro, and whenever I was fighting Rhino and Scorpion just kept shooting stuff at me every time I dodged Rhino, so if I dodged Rhino, I was gonna get hit by Scorpion, and if I just stood still, Rhino was gonna hit me. But, you know, we're not done with this game quite yet. This episode will be done, you know, once all this talking and credits are done. But this game is not. Like, I still gotta go around the city. Hopefully the city will be fixed, like not on fire. But you know, I still gotta do all the Black Cat stuff. I still gotta do all the backpacks. Get into, I think, level 46 to see what the last costume is, and I guess go on a grind to get everything I need for the costumes and all the gadgets, skills, all that. I really liked the suit that was at the end, but it didn't seem to do what the suit like, I guess Otto's version of the prosthetics like did a little reach thing, like stretching out a bit, but it but I guess he kind of just used that for the tendrils, like the octopus arms. But I thought like Peter would be able to like stretch the suit far enough, like where like maybe he could like hit him farther away, like a shorter distance, but it would increase it anyway. But I guess it just made his suit more durable, like an Iron Spider suit or something. Which I guess if I had the Iron Spider suit on, I think I mean, realistically, I don't think Otto would have been able to do much to like penetrate through. Probably that stab he did whenever I was fighting off his little arm when I was pinned. Maybe that might have gotten me, but everything else, like, I should have been left undamaged. Or like the bulletproof suit, or the Mark II suit. If you hear me rummaging around, it's just me facing my chair, you know, sitting, getting more comfortable. I'm kind of wondering, I mean, I know this game needed a lot of, what's the word? Needed a lot of help in the creation. Just kind of hoping it doesn't go on for too long, because I kind of forgot where this started. So I'm hoping, once it goes through this and I get to wherever I am, I'm just gonna save the clip. But man, I love this game. I would give this, you know, usually the bias for people whenever they see something or do something right afterwards, they say it's like the best thing ever. So at the moment, I do want to get the story like a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10, but try to be non-biased. I think I'm going to give the story 9 out of 10, because pretty sure if you look enough, Japanese voice cast, don't think I ran into that problem at all. What was I saying? Oh yeah, wow, I just lost it. Oh yeah, because if you look enough, you might be able to point out some plot holes, like this or that probably bugged you. Like, for me, it's like how Martin Lee got in association with Otto, even though Otto is, like, also responsible for what happened to his parents. Maybe, like, some stuff they say scientifically, there's probably, like, some bigger nerds than I am looking at them, and they're like, hey, that's not real, that's not a real thing. Guys, this Spider-Man we're talking about, I mean, we're still, even though we're still trying to look at it, it seems basically impossible to replicate its webs. Though I think with enough research we could probably make something like that, but probably not with the same properties that it's been said. Like saying it's a viscous liquid, even though that seems like the most likely thing for it. If we're ever gonna get that close, I think we might have to think outside the box. But think about how cool that'd be. Which, actually, some I've thought about a lot, just randomly, is like, what if, like, on their first test, or like, someone figures it out, like, you know how jetpacks are kind of like desired, but they're not like, but they're very scarce, and it's like, if you have a lot of money, you could get one, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's like, we think it's like, man, I want this or that, and it's like, oh, it does exist, but because there's not many, and because it costs a lot to make, it's very complicated to make, they're, you know, either they're not for sale, or they're very expensive where only rich people could get it. So, what I usually think of is like, maybe if we ever made the technology for something like Spider-Man, though I know the G-forces kind of kills whoever uses it, but maybe like just a small little obstacle course, like in a very controlled environment, so it's not like very extreme web slinging. But if they ever made it, you could pay like a fee and do like a little obstacle course or whatever. Because I mean, if you're agile enough and maybe flexible enough, we could have a Spider-Man with that technology. But that would also have to bring up the question, like, would there be anything with wall climbing on there? Which I would probably say no, or yes, because I think gloves and boots that could stick to any surface or most surfaces, I think that might be easier than web shooters. So, but having that, like just having gloves, the shoes, and then, you know, I can't think of the French word for it, but I think coup de grace or whatever. The main thing is the web shooters, and you do a small little obstacle course, like swing from this and this, or whatever. And just like, I don't know what the admission fee would be. I wouldn't say $1,000 just right off the bat, but that means middle class people could get into it. And I know with how the research is, the middle class is not gonna have any access to it, so I'd probably say it'd be 10 grand for admission and like do the course, or 5 grand, somewhere along those lines. But I thought that'd be, you know, something that, you know, the world could do if we ever found the technology to do that kind of stuff. I know that was off topic, but still, I just thought that'd be fun to share while I sit here and wait for the credits. Oh, and something I bring up like I brought up like a little bit during the series, the music in this game, very well made. Like I said originally, it kind of has a twist of the classic, like you can kind of hear like the classic orchestra of Tobey Maguire films, but then like making it more tense and more like you're listening to an Avengers theme or something like that. Just very, like, I'm not saying like they're remixing or recreating the original theme. It just kind of sounds like it has a little bit of the classicness in it with much more of an upgrade, like using a violin in a rock or electric violin in like a rock song or something like that. Like a violin is a very classical instrument, but you're using it in a different genre or whatever. Like this version of Spider-Man, it's less of a heartthrob than what Tobey Maguire was, and this is more of like action based and more of like intensity. Though like Spider-Man 3 was kind of intensity, but still heartthrob because of all the emotional stuff that happened, like Peter hitting MJ, Harry loses his memory from the concussion or whatever, and then regaining it to be Green Goblin again, and then taking MJ away from Peter, all that. It seemed like with Tobey Maguire, they made Spider-Man more emotional, more of like a emotional story, where Andrew Garfield, it was kind of emotional, kind of not, especially at the end of the Amazing Spider-Man 2. That was pretty emotional. I think the most emotion that was in Amazing Spider-Man 1 was Ben being killed. And Homecoming, it's kind of like the comedic action, because it's the first Spider-Man movie to have a kid played as a kid, so there's that. These are a lot of people. I'm pretty sure people are just like skimming through this unless like someone's actually just sitting here is like, I really want to hear what he has to say, and I want to save the footage, but I can't, because then I'll be cutting off the footage where it is right now. And I think I still have like another 10 or so minutes left because I did forget. And whatever happens. Worst case scenario, the intro gets cut off like a couple episodes back. Which I hate that happens, because I thought I just heard a quack or some kind of noise. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, what was I saying? It was about cutting footage. Oh yeah, it was like I didn't even cut that much off of the intro. That's the funny thing. But it was like, what sucks is that you'll be in the middle of something, and you're like, yeah, I got time, as long as I finish this quickly or it's not that long. But then it ends up being longer than you thought, and I think for me that was like the Miles stealth scene, which in the footage I'm probably just gonna cut it to like the attempts where I just failed, which by the time this comes out I've already edited it and uploaded it. But it's just what limits me about like playing on PlayStation. I could use Elgato, but then not only do I have to sit down and figure out the thing, well, I'm pretty sure it's not even that complicated, but I have to figure out how Elgato works, and then I gotta hook my computer up to Elgato, and then I gotta go through trial and error of like figuring out like if I did this regularly would it work, and then it's like, oh look, I tried recording the whole thing and guess what, it didn't record. That's usually why I gotta do trial and error so much before I do anything with YouTube, because it'll just like mess up. Like for me, I know the limits on, or at least the most a video clip could be on PlayStation is an hour long, but I didn't know that about Share Factor, and Share Factor limits me on so much, like whenever it just randomly cuts parts of a video. Like for no reason. Like I'm not talking about like cutting off the intro or anything. I'm talking about like whenever you watch through the whole clip, and for some reason there's parts where it just like skips a couple seconds. Like on one, I mentioned the Spider Bro, like the drone, and I was briefly talking about Homecoming. I was talking about like Like, the line it cut out was that I was asking how long it's been since I watched it, because I only watched it once in theaters, which I do want to rewatch it because it's a pretty good movie. But the thing is that whenever I said that, it cut out like to the like last word I said or whatever for no reason. So if you see cutaways in the video and it's just very random, like whenever I'm talking mid-sentence, it's not me. It's PlayStation just deciding, you know what, this, you know, these little snippets in the clips, yeah, let's get rid of them. And it frustrates me because it makes the video like less watchable. Like, sometimes I'll cut a little bit off whenever I'm stuttering, which I probably won't do during the credits, so that if there isn't, because I am letting this go through, I am sitting through this because I do want to give credit to everyone who worked on this. Like, if he just kind of disrespectful if I was doing a series and I'm like, yeah, whoever watched this, it does, whoever, you know, put their heart and soul into making this game, doesn't matter. Like, I want to give them credit. I want people to look at this, anyone who's like, I doubt there's people out there that's like, man, I really want to personally thank each and every person who worked on this game, but I do want to give them credit. That's why, like, you know, if they, you know, highly doubtful, but if any of them watch my gameplay of the game, you know, they'll see that I'm sitting here. I am commentating and talking, but that's so like anyone who's like actually gonna sit here and watch it isn't completely bored to just see the credits and I just, you know, sit here in silence. Like that. So, yeah, like I was saying before, whenever it just cuts like parts of the clips off, unless I am stuttering, which I guess you won't know. If I'm continuing a sentence, if the sentence sounds fine whenever I cut it, that's me trying to avoid the stuttering, because I do stutter. And that's because of my memory problem, where I've explained this to people, but I guess I have it on a video. Whenever I think of a sentence, unless I'm really just talking without really thinking, like how I am right now, if I think of a sentence in my head and I try saying it while like it's being written, I'll say it faster than it's being written. So by the time I reach where it's being written in my head, like I'll just stop and think. I'm like, oh wait, and then the sentence won't continue because the sentence is because the words I've already said are deleting itself after I say it. So basically, there's nowhere for me to start because the sentence stops writing itself once I reach that point. So, and it's, you know, just why I stutter so much, and why I usually forget the topic I just started talking about. But yeah, that's how it works with me. That's why whenever I do want to completely say what I want to say, I have to talk very slow, because I have to wait for the sentence to be fully written out. Now, of course, speaking like that's boring. You know, I want to talk fast, I want to talk loud, but you know, the more I do that, the more I stutter, and I'm like, what was I talking about? And it's genuine whenever it happens. Like, I don't fake it for comedic effect. Like, I don't think I've ever faked stuttering or like forgetting what I said for comedic effect. But whenever I'm talking mid-sentence and I just like stop and you see the worried look on my face, it is genuine, because in my head I'm like, how could I forget what I just said? I mean, I was just talking and I forgot what I was talking about. It's very stupid to happen, especially whenever I have something to say. And it's even worse whenever I want to talk to someone or say something like a joke, and then I immediately forget about it before I say like anything. I think we're nearing the credits too. So like, whenever I like if I think of this really funny joke, by the time if I start it, because I was already thinking of the joke, unless I'm hyperly focused on saying that, I am going to forget completely about what I was saying. And I'm like, you know, I had this really important thing to say, or if I really remember that it was funny, you know, I had this really funny joke to say to you, but I can't remember, so sorry for wasting your time. Are we actually almost done? I just find it funny, at the end, it was like, Silver Sable said that, you know what, I'm resigning, I'm going out in New York, you know, you're not my enemy, I see for who you truly are. Pierre's like, oh, thanks, but it's like, yeah, but my patrols don't know that, and I'm not gonna tell them, so good luck. Now, I should probably address this while I can, though I guess during the credits isn't the most noticeable place to do it. But if you ever, like how I tell a lot of people, if my voice sounds boring to you, I am sorry, it is not my fault. Like, right now it is 12:15, you know, at night, and my parents are asleep. I mean, they're kind of far away, but I've been known to play late and not notice I'm yelling that loud to where they can hear me. And also, this is why my intros also get delayed sometimes, because someone will be in the bathroom, and the bathroom is literally, like, probably, like, centimeters away from my room. Like, I can hear everything that happens in the bathroom. And it's like, once someone goes in the bathroom, I'm like, I don't want to do, like, the, hey guys, TheNobleChandler, like, I don't want to do my intro knowing someone is listening in, because everyone in my house does eavesdrop. And I don't know why. I guess because they're curious to what I'm doing. I don't know why what I'm doing is so intriguing. But yeah, so that's why I wait. That's why part 3 got messed up, because someone went in the bathroom right as I was doing my outro. But because I can't put that much emotion, that much volume into my voices, because I don't want to get in trouble. Now, maybe if I had my whole room wrapped in insulating sound, you know, canceling foam or whatever, I could yell or do whatever, because we all know Jacksepticeye, which is funny, that somehow, like, you know how I was saying I was relating to Spider-Man a lot. For some reason, I relate to him a lot. I'm not comparing myself to the man, no, I'm not on his level at all, but, like, me and him relate on a lot of things, and, like, for me, I kind of want to be loud. Not, like, enough to annoy people, but, you know, enough to where I'm heard. Because if I talk normal, like how I am now, it's like, you can't really hear the emotion in my voice, but I do have emotion. I do. So don't think I'm just lazily doing all this YouTube content, and I'm not really trying. I really am. I'm trying to put emotion in my voice. But at the same time, the only time I'm actually free to do any of this is whenever everyone else is kind of asleep and, you know, I'm by myself. So I can't really, you know, put all the volume, all the noise, all the emotion I want whenever I play something. Like, there's been moments where, like, something crucial happens in the story and I do react, but you can probably tell I'm not that, or you think I'm not that moved by it, or it doesn't affect me that much. It does. It's just that I can't express it that much. Like, you could probably hear it in Aunt May dying. You could probably tell I was upset. I was sad. I was really sad. And I still kind of am. Why did I remind myself of that? But it's like, because of the limitations I am in my house, I'd have to move out to really express myself as much as I could, being as loud or whatever, but I can't really move out at the moment I'm at. Looks like the credits are almost done. But think about this, if I do get successful and I get past all the limitations I am at, and I do move out and, like, actually be able to be as loud and do whatever, say whatever I want, I'll tell you that, or trust me, I will be more entertaining. Like, it, like, kind of like, compare, again, I'm gonna use Jack for this. Again, I'm nowhere near where that man is, but if you've ever seen him before, he kind of went in a Scottish accent. He kind of had a, not monotone, but a very, like, a very, he hid his accent, and he didn't really put that much emotion, and I think Markiplier did too. Again, not comparing myself to him, but actually no, I think his parents kind of full-heartedly accepted him as a YouTuber, or what's the word, supported him as a YouTuber. But see, like, if you compare what he was then to what he is now, he's like a whole different person. Like, that's years. I mean, he's like just like not that much older, but he's still like, you know, the same person, but you probably wouldn't even tell that's the same person if you went back and like heard him, and it's like, man, this is not the same screaming boy I know, but it is him. And for me, I hope so. Like, if you hear, like, if you look back to my Minecraft days, I think I've said it in those videos, and I probably mentioned it long ago, but I did not know how to screen record. That was my biggest issue. I did not know how. And the problem was that I had to make like a little stand, like something that would be in front of me, and record it, and had to use an iPod. And it was held it was propped up by like a box of thumbtacks. And I angled it so that it would record my whole TV, because I couldn't screen record. I didn't know how. And think about where I am now, where I actually do get a screen recorder. I don't need a little Mary Steve Ditko, who with the stroke of his pen made the world amazing. He did. He really did. He's like the main artist in all the Marvel comics, right? But yeah, like the stand thing would always be right in front of my face, so I couldn't really see the TV. But I sacrificed my sight for the content to record it, and if you look back, it constantly fell during recording. But let's see what Norman's up to. I hope you're destroying, you know, the bad things or whatever, because he's going in there for a reason. What are you doing, Norm? Oh, is it behind that thing? Yeah, I was curious. It is green.
We were
Wait.
so close.
Who is that? Is that Harry?
But I'll keep trying. I will find a cure.
It is Harry. I knew something or someone was behind that.
I love you, son.
It is. Norman has actually. Let me guess that his hand. That's not Green Goblin. That's Venom. End game. That's the achievement I just got. This game definitely has a sequel, or it's gonna have DLCs that are gonna continue the story with Miles, and apparently that's the symbiote. It looked like it. Empire State. I don't know where you dropped from, Peter. Congratulations, you have finished the main story, but the adventure continues. You can now change the time of day in research stations. Good luck, hero. Thanks. Ooh. It's fitting that anti-oxu. Ooh. Are you gonna wear that? I think I'm gonna end this off here. I hope you guys enjoy watching this series. Well, this is the story, but we'll still continue. If you guys enjoy watching, and you feel generous, you know, maybe leave a like. If you feel even more generous, maybe feel like subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, guys, I'm TheNobleChandler. I'll see you guys later.